What is going on, YouTube? I've got another video for you. Today I want to talk about expensive housing. Um, as you can see across the whole US, not just here in Arizona, houses has become, the new way of becoming wealthy, the new thing for millennials, the new thing for, Gen X, whoever. Everybody's purchasing. And what that's doing is causing so much demand that we don't even have enough supply for that demand. So I want to talk about why it's so expensive right now, what's going on to make it that expensive, and maybe a few things on what you can do if you're looking to purchase right now in 2021. So it is a crazy seller's market. Maybe there will be a shift soon, maybe they won't. I don't know. But I'm a realtor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and I love what I'm doing. Actually, July 5th will be 4 years for me, so good kudos for me for that. But I'm really good when it comes to the Arizona market. So I want to give you a little bit of Arizona and a little bit of the stats for the US, just so you can compare and see where we're at. And then really make a choice on whether you should purchase now or whether you should wait. All right, so I went ahead and wrote down some of the home prices for Arizona and for the US. And I also wrote down the wages because it's real important to look at how many wages, how much the wages have increases, not how many, how much the wages have increases throughout the year. Because wages play a big part in knowing how much you can purchase. There's debt and different things like that too. But if you don't make money, you don't buy a home. All right. So in 1980, the house price was, in Arizona, 47K. And this is all based on my wonderful Google search. So don't quote me on all of this stuff. It can change tomorrow. It can change a day from now. The day I recorded all of these things, all of these numbers, is different than it is right now. So you're just going off of what I had at the time, all right? And then you got to do some of your searching on your own. But 47,000 back in 1980 was the average home price here in Arizona. For the US, it was 55. So we're below, the average home price. And then you skip down to 1990, it's 79,000. The average home price for the US was 97. 2000 was 121. The average home price is 131. All right. 2010, it was 164. It jumped up, looks like it's a good average. And it's about 180. The average is about the same. It did jump up slightly more, but it's still real close, to what it was on average for the other increases. This is where it changed a whole lot. Okay, so we're looking at a $200,000 jump. Yes, it is 11 years, but it still shouldn't have jumped that much. But 364,000 is what Arizona is coming in for 2021, and I got that based off of the MLS. That one is not the Google search. I pulled that off of the MLS the day I pulled it off. This is actually about a week ago I pulled that off. So this is a different time now. So again, if you're looking at it now, if you're Arizona Realtor and you're looking it up now, of course the numbers have changed. The day I looked it up, this is the exact number. So average for the US is 341,000. We're slightly above that, okay? So there is a difference when it comes to purchasing, in Arizona, because now it's becoming the melting pot. Everybody's moving here to Arizona, so it's not the same as it was before. There was very few people wanting to move here to Arizona. So yes, we had people coming here. Yes, there was an influx of folks. Now there's a massive influx of folks. Everybody's moving here, whether it be from Chicago, California, Massachusetts, New Hampshire. Like, they're coming here in droves. Like, it's crazy. So let's look at how the income has changed over the few years. You probably already checked it out because it's on the board, so why not? So 12,513 was the average for 1980. And then now let's look at 2021. The average is $79,000. That's for the household. And this is based on the Social Security website. Okay, so don't shoot the messenger. I'm not sure what it is now today. And this is just off the website. There may be a better place that I could find it at, maybe the census or the bureau somewhere. I have no clue. Maybe it was at McDonald's, Cracker House or something. I don't really know where it was at. But I pulled this off of the Social Security website, okay? 79,000 is the average for 2021. Now, let's go ahead and address this here. This income for 1980, this might be a one income bearer, household. So maybe the man or the woman is the only one working. Maybe there's just one individual working, the other person is taking care of home. Okay, so 79,000 may be the same predicament. Maybe it's one individual working and one individual at home. We have no clue. Maybe it's two, based on two people being in a household. I don't know. I know for some of the individuals I know, the income does not exceed this. Mine doesn't exceed this in one income. I have to do multiple things just to even get close to that. So let's just assume, let's just say two. Two people have that income bracket right there, 79,000 for the year. Well, the increase, this is pretty tough. 79,000, and you're looking at purchasing a home of 364. That's a little bit scary when it comes to purchasing a home. So with that being said, that's slightly scary. I've got a couple of things that I wanted to address on why the prices might be increasing. I know one of the more obvious things is we have a huge demand, but we don't have enough supply. Duh. So that's causing the housing market to expand in price more so than expand in homes. The homes can't keep up with the price, so the price continues to rise as the demand gets more and more. Okay, so with more people working from home, you have more people that need a home office or that may have a home office already in your home, but they just need to fix it up. So a lot of people are teleworking. I telework. A lot of the realtors, we were teleworking whenever COVID hit. So COVID changed a lot of our dynamics on how we work. There was more people working from home during that time than ever before. So, and that's not just for babysitting and things like that. COVID really shut down a lot of stuff to make you work from home. So you didn't have a lot of a choice, And there was people that were working, maybe I was working right here. There was times I worked in my massage chair. There's times I worked on the couch, at the kitchen table, on the counter. Those aren't really ideal places to work whenever you're trying to do a 9-hour, 8-hour, 10-hour shift. That gets a little bit rough sometimes. Sometimes you want to have an office setting or a designated area just for your office. So a lot of people, they're doing upgrades. So they see this being the future, okay? Teleworking is the future now. So they see themselves teleworking long term, and then they're moving into new homes. So they're selling their home at a high price, but then they go and purchase another home. So again, that's creating more demand because they sold their home. Now they have a demand for a new home. They have to go get a new home. They need something. So that creates so much demand and it continues to have an expensive housing increase. Okay, so it's going to continue to raise those prices just across the board. And you can see it across the U.S. and really, really big here in Arizona. So if you're, working telework in New York or working telework in one of these expensive places, maybe California, San Francisco, and you could telework and be here in Arizona, but be getting paid those prices, man, you're living a good life. And I'm going to tell you, this $364,000 home, that's nothing for you. But for us here in Arizona that have to telework and don't make a large income, they barely make this off of two people income, then it makes it a little bit tougher. Those California, New York folks, this income right here, that was their starting pay at 13 years old, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I have no clue. So the emotional fear is another thing that actually gets a lot of people. The emotional fear of, holy cow, these prices are continuously rising, which you can see it here, starting at $47,000 just in 1980. If we can get a house for $47,000, man, we would have a surplus, something serious. We'd probably have about 15, 20 houses per person, but that's not the case. So we're looking at a $364,000 home here in Arizona, and the average salary is $79,000 across the U.S. Even if it was $341 across the U.S., it's still $79,000 worth of income. So people have a fear of missing out. Okay, if the prices continue to rise, say this goes up to 400 or 410, is this you know, wage gonna change? Is it gonna increase so that we can purchase a home like that? Not really. We're not sure if it's gonna do that, okay? The wages don't really keep up with the housing like it should, so it makes it real difficult and it puts the fear into a lot of people. So if you're looking to buy, you might have that fear of, holy cow, I'm about to miss out. Let me just jump on it now, creating more demand. Again, you keep hearing the word demand because everybody is demanding a home, but there's not enough homes out there. So with the emotional fear kicking in, people want to be able to get in. They want to be able to get in at this price, 164,000, and then a year or two from now, they want to have 364,000 with $200,000 in equity. Okay, that's your biggest thing of purchasing a home. Gain equity, gain equity, gain equity. So a lot of people have the fear of, I need to get in there now so I can gain some equity off of these massive increases. All right, another big thing that's going on now, and I actually capitalized on it, is the extremely low interest rates. Okay, the interest rates are at an all-time low right now. Like in my lifetime, I'm only 36 years old. Okay, so I haven't lived a long time, but 36 years on this earth, I've never seen an interest rate. Not like I looked at it as a kid, but I just know researching interest rates haven't been 3% like this in my lifetime until now. Yeah. So with interest rates being 3% and below, and on some loans, depending on your credit and other things that factor in, you can get an interest rate of 2.25%. As an example, I have my current home, this home right here, I have it at a 2.25% is what I purchased it at. Well, correction, I purchased at 3%, matter of fact. So it's still a good interest rate. My other home I purchased at a 4.375, okay, still an amazing interest rate compared to what it was, you know, maybe at an 8 or 9%, or if you go all the way back to 1980. 1980, my father-in-law was paying 17, 18% on a home back in 1986. So the interest rate from 1986 being 17, 18%, and that was with a good credit score, okay, to now being 3% with that same credit score or lower, man, this is crazy. Why not go and purchase? So now it's creating more demand. The special word, more demand, okay? And to be able to get a home at 3%, you can purchase that home, live in it for a year or two. If the interest rate continues to be low, why not purchase another one? You're not paying a whole lot on the interest rate, so you just go purchase another one. But what that does is, purchase-wise, that doesn't put that back on the market for somebody else. That actually takes it off of the market for another person. So this one person owns the two homes at low interest rates, so the demand is going to continue to increase. Unless you're looking for a rental, then there's a rental that's there for you. But more demand, just like I said before. All right, so more people are actually doing refinances right now. Got a good buddy of mine that just did a refinance at a 2.375. Crazy low interest rates, man. I've seen people even getting 2%. I've only seen that for one person, but even still, 2% is ridiculous right now. So if you could refinance, why not? Just like we said, some of these people that are purchasing these homes, maybe they purchased a home when it was 164, but it was only a 3-bedroom, and they need a 4th bedroom to be able to have that office. If you refinance at some of these low interest rates, you can refinance, take some cash out, still be at an extremely low interest rate. Maybe you bought the home, like I said, at 8.5%, 9%. Maybe you bought it way back in 1986, refinanced it a few times, and so now you're still paying off something. I don't know, whatever your story is, it doesn't matter. If you want to refinance, you can refinance and get a good rate still. Like you're not going to be paying 8, 9, 10%. You're going to be paying 3, 4, 5% in an interest rate. And then now you can take some of that cash that you took out from your equity. This is what everybody wants. There's that big equity gap. Say you got that 200,000 and you need a home office or an addition to your home. You literally pull out 50, 60K from your equity, maybe even more, maybe 100,000. Build a pool for your kids to go and entertain themselves during the whole COVID thing, maybe during the summer. Do some upgrades on your home, and then create that home office that you need. The worst part about that is, as a buyer, that doesn't free up a home for you. That individual just refinanced their home at an extremely low interest rate, and they're going to stay. They're not going anywhere. So buyers are still needing homes, and the supply is not there. Okay, so it's creating a frenzy and increasing these expensive home prices, allowing people to refinance, which is a good thing. But if you're looking to purchase, it's not a good thing because there's no home for you now. All right, so if you made it this far, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to always continue to support me and support this channel so I can bring some things to you. I do want to kind of gear up to now be more towards sellers and buyers. All right, I still want to have a real estate channel. All right, more towards realtors, not just buyers and sellers. But I love doing both. So now I got to open up a whole nother channel. So once that happens, I'll let you know what channel that is. And I'll put it down in the box below so you can find it if you are a realtor and you're interested in those kind of things. All right. But like and subscribe this. Please subscribe to the channel, man. All the likes that you guys do, it helps me get on the algorithm and reach a whole lot more people. So with that being said, I got one more thing for you. All right. The other thing that's increasing this housing bubble right now, don't say bubble, right? So making the housing market expensive is the bidding wars. The bidding wars that are happening on homes right now is super crazy. In my 4 years, I've never seen something like this. I've done offers 60, 70, 100,000 over and still got beat out. Like, that's ridiculous to me. I can never picture something like that, but it legit happened, okay? So some of the higher cost is being on bids for land, okay? I've seen one builder, their land usually costs about $4,000. People are bidding like $80, $90, $100,000 for that $4,000 piece of land. Man, that's just, I'll stay silent on that one, okay? I'll let you think whatever you gotta think on there, but yeah, it's going through my head. But you're bidding $80,000 on a $4,000 piece of land. That's crazy to me. Some of the other things that you're doing with the bids are you're putting in bids for a home. Say the home is $364,000, and this is for some of the pre-sales, the new builds. I don't think they're doing this yet, but for the pre-sales or the pre-existing homes, 364 is what the home is listed for. 364 is what the comps come in at. The neighborhood shouldn't be more than 364, but because the demand is so large and so extensive that people offer well over 364. I've seen offers of $100,000, $120,000 over, and that's not even just made up and not a Google thing. I've seen the offers literally come in for that much. That's ridiculous. Is it appraising for that much? Now that's a whole nother matter. But if you're a first-time home buyer, now that just takes that $364,000 home and it takes it out of your price range. You only had maybe say $375,000. So you thought, hey, I got $375,000. I really love this home. It fits everything I need. It has the home office, low interest rate. My payments are going to be low. Let's get it. We put in an offer $365,000. They said, what do you want to raise it up to? Highest and best. You say $375,000 is my highest and best. But you have those California and those New York people coming in, all right, with their big salaries of $79,000 per person, and there's 2 people in the household, all right? So now you're looking at $158,000 compared to your $79,000. These people are willing to put in some extra money. Maybe they sold a home in New York and California, they got extra cash. They're saying, hey, bump this thing up $100,000. I'll pay $464,000 for this home while you're stuck at $375,000. Who's gonna win? They're gonna win, unfortunately, whether it appraises or not. They have the cash to be able to do that. So the demand, again, is still there because now you're bumped out of it. The other people have the cash that puts you back into the market to go and look some more. One of the other things that's happening right now with the new builds is the material. Say, and this is, don't quote me on these numbers, I don't know, I'm just a realtor. I don't work at the Home Depot, I don't work in the lumber yard, I don't do any of that. Just a good old Phoenix realtor, okay, here in Arizona. But say the wood is costing $2.50 per 2x4. And now, you know, after COVID and all this stuff, all this demand, that same piece of 2x4 is costing you $6.50. That just blows my mind that it can just jump up like that in 1 year. But That's just how supply and demand works. The more demand for something, the higher the supply cost is. Not more supply. They're not pushing out more supply. They're just increasing the cost of it. So it's making the expensive housing market, okay? And labor is really, really tough right now. So there's not a lot of labor that's out there. So as we start decreasing our labor force, the prices have to increase because you want to be able to buy these folks to be able to do the work on your home. So in order to do that, you got to pay more. All right? If there was still 100 people, 100 laborers or labor forces to work on these 90 homes, there's more workers than there are homes. So these people are going to bid a lot lower. But what's happening now is there's 1,000 homes and there's only 100 labor forces. All right, with those labor forces, they're like, man, we're stretched thin, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna bump our prices up. What does that do for your pockets? That's cutting into your salary. So maybe this is the construction people's salary or the labor force salary, but I know my salary is not that. So hopefully this video enlightens you on what's going on with the expensive housing, the home prices over the years, what are the wages doing over the years. You can always get 1, 2, 3 jobs to increase your wages, but how long can you hold on to that? All right, and then how long are these housing prices going to increase? All good questions, but hopefully this helps you, and I love what I'm doing as always. That's why I make these videos. But I want to wish the best to you on this Wednesday. I know here in Phoenix, Arizona, it's been off and on and raining, which we love it, man. But as always, man, I love you guys, man. Peace out.